Viva Las Vegas, viewers. That's what this game was known as in Japan. Welcome to Vegas Dream, developed by HAL Laboratories. Good old HAL. This is it's an interesting game. Again, developed by HAL, released in 1990. So basically, we're bringing the casino home to your living room, viewers. Up to 4 high rollers. That's right, 4 of you can play blackjack, roulette, keno, or slot machines. Odds are you're going to love Vegas Dream. About as much as you can love a gambling simulator on the NES. You know, it's really not too bad. I'm not a huge fan of gaming sims in my video games, oddly enough. I don't really enjoy sports games and racing games and card games and gambling games and, you know, all that. There's a couple that I think are very fun, like Magic Darts, which we looked at not too long ago. Pinbot is a good pinball simulator, but, you know, it's just not really my thing. But this is a pretty fun game. We have this incredibly long opening cutscene in which we are taking a jet to Las Vegas. There is no man on the wing of the plane, by the way. We have some thinly veiled references to certain Vegas landmarks, such as the Pioneer Club, which is the Pioneer Club in the game, Binion's Horseshoe, and Glitter Gulch. Basically, we get to choose one of 2 versions in the game. Vegas Dream, which is the storyline version, or One Spot, which is strictly gaming and no storyline. That's right, this game has a storyline. We start off with a bankroll of $700 at the fictional HAL Palace Hotel, and we get to spend it on 4 games. Keno, blackjack, roulette, and slots. Between rounds of play at the normal casino games, there are randomly occurring social interactions with various characters, such as business people, other patrons, or casino employees, in the Vegas Dream version only. These interactions and our response to them give us different results. Sometimes the unidentified man is a pickpocket. Other times he's just down on his luck and will reward the player for your kindness down the road. For whatever reason, the results of interactions are reported on the local Las Vegas news station, which has a really cheery tone for positive happenings, such as the player receiving cash, and more somber music for theft, injuries, and whatever else might happen. Vegas Dream also allows the player to date and marry as many members of the opposite sex as you care to. Men married a woman named Mrs. Sophie, while women marry a gentleman named Mr. James. However, the marriages don't affect the player's status apart from the increased cash flow, or perchance that the person they married is a crook, and a loss of funds from theft. We have a password system. However, the passwords are 26 characters long and consist of letters, numbers, and symbols, which make them kind of tricky to save. The Japanese version is identical to the North American version, but uses slightly stronger language in the script and even mentions cigarettes. Huh. The text within the Japanese version is also entirely in English. In 1993, there was a sequel to this made up for the Super Nintendo called Vegas Stakes. Well, it is, oddly enough, possible to win this game by earning over $10 million, at which the player is going to be seen reclining by a pool with household staff, assuming the player has moved into the mansion and has hired servants, and then taking a limousine to a show with their partner. Should the opposite happen and the player loses all or his money, the staff of the HAL Palace gives the player one final pull on a slot machine in a last-ditch effort to win some more money. If the player wins, they get to resume their gaming. If not, it's goodbye. And the screen appears showing the person heading towards the plane, ready to depart Las Vegas, ending the game. Oh, it's so sad. All Game gave the game a 3 stars out of 5. You know, what is 6 out of 10? I would probably give it a little more than that. This is a much better game than the HAL Daydream and Davy game. And what makes this one interesting for a casino sim is is all the extra stuff, the interactions with the other patrons and everybody, and getting married and doing all the other stuff. That's really kind of neat, and it almost turns it into more of a, I guess you could call it a text-based adventure that is really strongly oriented around gambling mini games. That's a lot of fun. This would be a good one, I think, to get, 2 or 3 friends over, drink a lot, and then gamble away non-existent money. But, that's because I like to do those things.